Hello everyone, welcome here in 6th class maths. Students, in previous video we completed exercise 7b of decimals. In this video we will start exercise 7c. Question number 1 is here, find the following products. Yes, students, some steps that we have to follow in the multiplication of decimals. First, we will multiply these decimal numbers in the form of whole numbers. Okay. Then whole numbers will obtain. After that, we have to counting from the right. Yes. In product, we have to start counting from the right. Place the decimal point after as many digits as in the total number of the decimal places in the two numbers here. These are given numbers. How many total numbers? How many total decimal places in this given two number? 1 and 2. That's why according to this we have to put the decimal after the 2 digit from the right hand side. 1 and 2 here we will put. Yes, I am repeating this again. First we have to multiply these given decimal numbers in as a whole numbers. We will take this like this 78 and 54. After the product we have to start counting from the right hand side. And now we have to place decimal point after as many digits as the total number of the decimal places in the given two numbers. Here 1 digit after the point, here also 1 digit after the point. It means total decimal places are here 2, 1 and 2. According to this, from the right hand side we have to put the point after 2 digit. Yes, second part also we will do this 16.45, 6.9. Simply we will do the multiply, and in product we have to put the decimal point according to decimal places in the two numbers 1 and 2 and 1. Total are here 3. 2 here, 1 here means 3. After the 3 digit we have to put the point from the right hand side. Yes. Here. Yes. We can take these numbers as whole. Yes, 72 and 35. This is the product. And now count the decimal places. Here 2 and here also 2. 2 plus 2, 4. It means we have to put the point after 4 digits from the right hand side like this. 6 part is here 96, and we have to multiply this by 0.238. We will write this decimal number as whole 238 multiplied by 96. Yes. In product we will put the point according to given decimal number. Here only one number has point. 3 digits are here. Decimal places are here 3. It means we have to put the point decimal point in product after the 3 digit like this. Like this, student, rest part of this question number 1, try yourself. Come to the next part of this question number 1, that is 9 and 10. 9. Here we are multiplying a decimal number by 100. By 1000. In this case, what you will do? In this case, we will shift the decimal point by 3 places. 3 places to the right hand side. Yes, on the multiplication we will get this, and we have to shift this point according to the number of the zeros in the multiplication. Zeros are here 3, that's why we will shift this point 3 places to the right hand side. Yes, 1, 2, 3. Yes, after the 8 we will put the point, and after the point these 0 have no value, that's why we can write this number as whole 2568. Come to the 10 multiplied by 34.6. Here only 1 0 in multiplication. That's why this point will shift to the right by one place, because here only 1 0. Okay, here we will put the point after 6. We will put here point. Yes, here we will put the point 346.0. Yes, we can write this in the whole form. That will be whole form will be here 346. After the point, this 0 has no value. Yes, whole form is here 346. Like this rest part, try yourself. Come to the question number 2. Fill in the blanks. First part is here 34.7 multiplied by 0.1. As a whole, if we will multiply this 347 multiplied by 1, we will get the same number 347. But here decimal places are here 1 and 1, 2 decimal places. That's why we have to put the point after 2 digit. Yes, and we have to start counting from the right hand side. Yes, 1 and 2, this 1 and 2. That's why 3.47 will be the answer. Second part, 2.65 multiplied by 0.01. Yes, as a whole, if we will take this is 265 multiplied by 1. We will get the same number 265. And now we have to count the decimal places 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 2 is here and 2 is here. 4 decimal places are here. Decimal places means we have to count the digit after the decimal. 2 is here and 2 is here, 4. That's why we have to put the decimal after the 4 digit. From right hand side we have to start counting. Student, if the number of the digit in the product is less than the total number of the decimal places, in this case we can add zeros to the left of the product for the placing the decimal point. Here 3 digits are here and we need 4. In this case we can add here 1 0. Okay, now 1 2 3 4. Here we will put the point. Like this rest part, try yourself. Question number 3 is here, find the quotient in each of the following divisions. Yes, some steps are here. Students, first we have to divide as in the case of natural numbers. Okay, you know very well, this is your dividend, this is your divisor. Now place the decimal point in the quotient when you take the digit from the 10th place in the process of division. Suppose you are using a digit after the decimal. Before use this digit, you have to put the point in quotient. Okay. If the division is incomplete, when you have take down all the digits in the dividend, use as many zeros on the right to the dividend as you require to complete the division. Yes, suppose we need more digits after this point, we can use zeros. Yes, we use zeros if we necessary. Okay, in coming parts you will get all these things well. Come to this first part of question number 3. 147.2, we have to divide this by 32. 32 as a divisor, we have to write this here and dividend here. 32, yes, 147.2. Here we will use this 3 digits number 147. This is going 4 times, 128. 19 is left. Here student, 19 is very less from 32. We need here one more digit from the dividend, but before this 2 we have to put the point in quotient. If we are taking this 2 from the dividend, we have to put the point in quotient. After this we can write this 2. Now this is 192, this is going completely 6 times. Now answer is, means quotient is 4.6. Second part is here. In second, 156.45 divided by 15 is 15. This is divisor. 156.45, this is dividend. Okay, we will use this 15, it is going one time. Okay, now we will take next one digit, that is 6. 6 is not enough, we need more digit from the dividend, but after the 6 here is decimal. So for the next digit we have to put the point, this decimal, into the quotient. After this we can take the next digit, but if we are putting a point and we need after the point a digit, if we need a digit, in this case first we will put the 0, then we will put the point. Yes, if we are taking continuous 2 digits from the dividend, in this case first we will put the 0, then we will put the point. Now we can write the 4 from the dividend. 64 is here. Okay, if we are taking continuous 2 digit from the dividend, first we have to put the point. First we have to put the 0. Okay, if point is there between the 2 digit, then we have to put the point. Now 15 4 is 60, 4 time it is going. After subtraction we are getting 4, that is not enough. Now we can write this 5 from the dividend, 45. Now it is going 3 times completely. Yes, the answer is here 10.43. Next fourth is here 17.152 divided by 16. 16 is divisor, 17.152 dividend. First we will take this 17. Yes, 16 is going one time, 1 is left here, 1 is not enough. Yes, after the 17 point is here. So first of all we have to put the point in quotient. Now we will use the next digit. If we are taking 1, 11 is here, that is less than 16, we need more digit from the dividend. If we are taking continuous 2 digit, what we have to do, we have to put the 0 in quotient. Okay, student, be carefully, you have to understand the second and fourth part. Here point is between 2 digit which we are taking continuous from the dividend. That's why we have to put the 0, then we will put the point. And here we are taking continuous 2 digit after the point. That's why we have to first put the point, then we will put the 0. Okay, in case if you are taking continuous 2 digit from the dividend. Now this is 115, this is going 7 times. 112, what is left here? 3. 3 is less than 16, that's why we will take 2. 32, this is going 2 times. 16 to the 32 completely. Fifth part, 5.85 divided by 25. 25 is here, divisor. 5.85, this is a dividend. Yes, here student, 5 is less than 25. we need 58, but here is point between 5 and 8, that's why first we will put the point. Okay, and before this point you have to put the 0. Yes, now 50 we will take here, 25 it is going 2 times, 50 we will take, 8 is left, 8 is not enough, that's why we will write 5 from the above, 85. Now 25 is going 3 times, 25 3 is 75. On subtraction we are getting 10. Yes student. We can add 0 to complete the division. Okay. This 0 we will write here in downside. Now it is going 4 times completely. 25 4 is 100. Question number 4 is here, fill in the blanks. First, 140.15 divided by 10. Students, division of decimals by 10. In this case, student, we will shift the decimal point in the decimal number to the left by 1 if we are dividing any decimal number by 10. If we are dividing a decimal by 100, then we will shift the decimal point to the left by the 2 places. Okay, and in the same way, if we are divide a decimal by the 1000, then we will put the we will shift the decimal point by the 3 places. Okay, and so on. Come to this first part here, in division only 10 is here, that's why we will shift this decimal point to the left by 1 place. Yes, here this will come here is 14.015. Second part, 56 divided by 100. 100 is here, that's why we will shift the decimal point to the left by 2 places. Yes, no decimal is here, that's why 5 1 2 0.56. Third, 137 divided by 1000. Yes, in this case we will shift decimal point by 3 places. Okay, 1 2 3 0.137. Like this, rest part try yourself. Question number 5 is here, write the following as decimals. Yes, division is here. First part, 81 divided by 25. Student, if we need zeros, one point is here, if the division is incomplete when you have taken down all the digits in the dividend, use as many zeros on the right of the dividend as you require to complete the division. Okay, yes, we will follow this step in first part here. 2581. First it is going 3 times, 6 is left, 6 is not enough, that's why we need more digit. In this case, student, we will put the decimal here in quotient and dividend and increase 0. Yes, 0 we can use here with the 6. 60 is here, now it is going 2 times, 25 to the 50, 10 is left, again we require a 0 to complete this division, that's why we will put here 0. Now it is going 4 times completely. Yes, Answer is 3.25. 3.25. Second, 50 divided by 16. 16 as a divisor, 50 dividend. It is going 3 times the starting 48. 2 is left here. Okay. After the 2, no more digit in the dividend. To take this with 2. That's why we will put the point and we can increase here 0 if we need to complete this division. 20 is here. Now it is going 1 time. 4 is left. Again we need here 0. After this point we can put the zeros to complete the division. 40 is here. Now it is going 2 times. 16 to the 32. Yes, what is left? 8. Yes, here 1 0 is required. 80. Now this will become 80. It is going 5 times completely. Answer is 3.125. Next, fifth, 13 upon 25. 25 we will take as a divisor and 13 as a dividend. We know very well 13 is less than 25. We need more digit after the 3. In this case we will put here point and we can increase here 0. And if we are using digit after this decimal, we have to put the decimal in quotient. Yes, 0 point we have to put. Now 130 we will take. 130 and 25 is going 5 times. 125. On subtraction, what left here? 5. 5 is left. 5 is less than 25. We need one more 0. After this point we can write 0 from the dividend if we need. Now this is 50. It is going completely 2 times. 6th part. This is in mixed form. First we have to change this into the improper. 3 8s are 24 plus 3 27 upon 8. 8 divisor, 27 as a dividend we will take. Okay, to complete this division we can put the point and increase 0 in dividend. The starting it is going 3 times. 24 is here. After subtraction 3 is left. 3 is not enough. We need digit from the dividend. 27. After this there is point. First we will put the point. Now we can use this next one 0. 30. It is going 3 times. 24. 6 is left. Yes, now we can write 0. 60 is here. Now it is going 7 times. 56. On subtraction 4 is left. We need 0. We can increase here. On requirement 40. Now it is going 5 times completely. 8 5s are 40. Answer is here 3.375. Like this, solve yourself rest part of this question number 4. Question number 6 is here. 6a part. Prove that 3.6 multiply by in small bracket 5.4 plus 11.72. We have to prove this equal to 3.6 multiply by 5.4 plus 3.6 multiply by 11.72. Student, first we will solve this left hand side, then right hand side. In left hand side I am taking is 3.6 multiply by round bracket is here 5.4 plus 11.72, round bracket closed. First we have to solve this round bracket. On adding we are getting 17.12. Now we will multiply this by 3.6. On multiplication we are getting 61.632. This is the left hand side. Now we will solve right hand side. In right hand side, 3.6 multiplied by 5.4 plus 3.6 multiplied by 11.2. First we will multiply this 3.6 multiplied by 5.4. We are getting 19.44. Now we will multiply this 11.72 by 3.4. We are getting 42.192. First we will solve this multiplication. After this we will add. On adding we are getting here 61.632. Yes, here left hand side equal to right hand side. This is proved. In next B part we have to find the product of 0.7, 10.4 and 2.5. Here first we will multiply this 10.4 and 0.7. We are getting 7.28. Now this 7.28 we will multiply this by 2.5. Here we are getting 82.200, and we have to put the point according to the decimal places in numbers 1, 2, 3. Total are 3. That's why we will put the decimal after the 3 digit from the right hand side. Student, the last part you have to try yourself of this question number 6. Question number 7 is here. Simplify. First part I am taking here 29.3 multiplied by 2.4. 29.3 and 2.4. On multiplication we are getting this 70.32. Now we have to multiply this by 9.1. Then we are getting 639.912. Come to the second part. 2.8 multiplied by 1.6. This is inside the round bracket, and we have to divide this by 12.8. First of all we will solve this round bracket. On multiplication we are getting 4.48. This is as a dividend and this is as a divisor. On dividation we are getting 0.35. Student, if we are using digit after the point, in this case first we have to put the point in quotient, then we can use the digits from the dividend. Yes, now come to the next student rest part of this question number 7. Try yourself. Question number 8 is here. The product of two decimal is 0.252. If one of them is 0.72, find the other. Yes. How we will solve this? Come to the solution. First we will write all the given things. Product of two decimals 0.252 and one of them 0.72. Let the other decimal is x. Yes. According to problem we can put like this: x multiplied by 0.72. Yes, we can write this product on right hand side, and we have to find here the value of other decimal, that is x. For this student we will divide this product by given one decimal. Yes, 0.252 we have to divide this by 0.72. Student, here we can cancel this decimal by decimal, but one condition is here: digits after the point should be same in numbers. In numerator after the point 3 digit, and in denominator after the point only 2 digit. Student, we will increase here 0. Now 3 in denominator, 3 in numerator. Now we can easily cancel this decimal. Number is 252 divided by 720. Yes. Here this is dividation. On dividation we are getting 0.35. This is the required decimal number. Next word problem is here. Question number 9. A bar of chocolate cost rupees 10.50 and the packets of chips cost 6.75 rupees. what will be the cost of 8 bars of chocolate and 5 packets of chips? Student, we have information about the 1 bar of chocolate and 1 packet of chips. With the help of this, we can find out the cost of 8 bars of chocolate and cost of 5 packets of chips. Yes, cost of a bar of chocolate, that is 10.50 rupees. And to find out the cost of 8 bars of chocolate, we will multiply this 10.50 rupees by 8. Yes, 84 rupees. This is the cost of 8 bars of chocolate. Yes, here given cost of a packet of chips 6.75 rupees. And we have to find 5 packets of chips. For this, student, we will multiply this by 5. Then the cost of 5 packets of chips 33.75 rupees. Yes, now we will add. On adding, we are getting 117.75. This is the cost of 8 bars of chocolate and 5 packets of chips. Yes. Next, question number 10 is here. 8 copies of a book cost rupees 523.60. What is the cost of a copy of the book? Student, here we have to divide this 523.60 by 8. Then we can easily find out the cost of a copy. Yes, student, try yourself. You have to divide this 523.60 rupees by 8. You have to divide this by 8. Try yourself. Come to the next question number 11. If 40 vessels of equal capacities can be filled with 186 liters of water, find the capacity of each vessel. Come to the solution. Number of vessels of equal capacities, these are 40. 40 vessels filled with the water, 186 liter, and we have to find the capacity of each vessel. For this, we will divide this 186 by 40. On dividation, we are getting 4.6. 8 means capacity of each vessel is 4.6 liter. Last question is here. 12. A certain sum of money is distributed among 26 people. If each person receives 6.45 rupees and 2.30 rupees is left in the end, what was the initial sum of the money? Total people are here 26. Each person receives 6.45 rupees and left in the end 2.30 rupees. Student, distributed money, we will find if we will multiply this 26 by 6.45 rupees. 8 means distributed money is 167.7 rupees. Okay, now we will add to find out the initial money. Initial money, we will add this 167.7 rupees with this left money. Yes, here addition is on adding we are getting 170 rupees. Like this, student. Rest part try yourself. Up to next video. Thank you.